dawning. Figure if I'm going to go backwards on close here. On letters, then the HH won't go backwards. So there we go. I don't. Isn't that weird when you're watching somebody on YouTube and their clothes are inverted and you're trying to what does it say? So good dawning. Welcome. Grateful to have everybody here. Grateful that you are here with us in the dawning today. And Victor, if you just left Victor's there, thank you, Victor, for your vector for today. Victor is vectoring us into a good day with his vibration. There we go, the 3 V's. Victor is vectoring vibration. There we go, I like that. So welcome, guys. We're going to work with the orange calcite pillar today that we got from @Chloe's Crystals on the tube, and she'll be on next week or the following week. We're just waiting for a new shipment to arrive. And well, she is. I don't really have any attachment to it, but she's waiting for a shipment to arrive, and then we will do a live. And I will support Chloe's Crystals, and we will, and hopefully not spend another $80 on crystals like I did last time. But yeah, so a favor to you all. Kiss, good dawning star. Lovely to see you in the chat, Victor. We're always grateful for your Victor's vectoring vibration there, and we are grateful for that. And yeah, all right, so today is Thursday, and yeah, so let's see what kind of mantra we want to create for today. And today I listen to others. Sometimes we all talk about ourselves, but sometimes we today's mantra, right? Let's get this in. There we go. All right, helpful to not have that backwards, but we'll flip it upside down so it's flat. There we go. All right, so leads against the microphone. All right, so today's mantra is I listen to others. Sometimes we don't listen. We're always trying to be, I got something to say sort of deal. And others have things that they want to be heard, right? And sometimes, so we allow ourselves to be in the space to hear others, right? To listen. Number 500, welcome. Grateful. And again, it always applies, Karen. If you ever, Karen's literally down yonder street. She's 3 exits down the highway from me. But it takes 10 minutes, 15 minutes to get to the highway from here. But yeah, she's 3 exits down the highway. So it's always a standing deal, Karen, if you ever get jammed up or need anything. Holla, sister. I'm just up the highway. So if you're ever jammed up, you are not jammed up. So there you go. All right. So today we allow people the right to be heard. We listen to people. We respect what they have to say. Whether we agree with it or not, there's 8 million people, or pardon me, 8 billion people on the planet. So everyone's going to have a different thing to say. And so we listen with respect, whether we believe them or not. But not even, just 2 exits actually are correct. It's, well, 1, 2, yeah, the Dacono exit is the next exit past, yeah, you're right. It's just 2 exits. So yeah, craziness. So yeah, do we give people, do we listen to people? Are we truly intently listening, or are we just worried about ourselves? That's, Shelly, good dawning. That's something that, you know, and if we're listening, are we listening with empathy and care? Or are we just listening and tapping our feet and twiddling our thumbs? Everybody has a right to be heard on this planet. Absolutely, Ken. We gotta look out for each other. That's what it's really all about. It's not the hokey pokey. That's not what it's really all about. It's about humans taking care of each other. That's what it's all about. All right. So listening to others today is the challenge and the goal. And all right. So tonight, I think if I'm correct, tonight after Rooted Willow is live, Millie and myself and Rooted Willow will do one more practice round tonight. And I'm going to gather all ye emails, and we will send out a bigger email. And I got to see if I can do breakout rooms on my Zoom, and then we can get our Akashic practice set up for over the weekend, or when we can coordinate between Millie and myself and Rooted Willow, and then we will get time set up and get it all started to move forward here. But I appreciate all your patience, and but you will get a free at least 1, maybe 2, or maybe even 3 Akashic practice readings from us or from at least us, one of each of us. I just appreciate your patience in getting it all situated in our practice and all that. But by next week, you should all be Akashic. But thank you, and we appreciate it. All right. So let's work with the cards real quick. We're going to get my butt to Boulder here. I do have some fundage, so I can get to Boulder and get a new deck. But all right, so the Hero's Journey is the deck, and that's the Dream Oracle. Although I don't remember my dreams, it doesn't mean that you really have to remember your dreams for this deck. But yeah, I haven't remembered a dream in probably 15, 20, maybe even 30 years, for the most part. Glimpses and glamps and pips and bops, but not in really. So, all right, so let's shuffle these together, not backwards together, and see what we get. All right, Sierra Moon Mystic. Sounds great, Josh. Can't wait. It's going to be fun. All right, let's see what we got. Cut 1 and 2 and 3. All right. All right, so the bottom card is the energetics for today. Let's get that box out of the way. And then the top 3 cards are what we are looking to achieve for today, right? All right. So today we have Ally in Disguise. So discover the hard to find blessings in your universe, whatever that is. You have an ally in disguise. Discover those blessings. I don't dream anymore either. It bothers me too. Shelly, yeah. Well, I don't know if I dream or not, but that I just blackness and then I wake up. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm the astral or anything. It's literally jet black. I have nothing and then I wake up. So, but who knows? Ally in disguise. So who's your ally in disguise? And of course, this is all purple as well. So for me, it could be Saint Germain, right? For you too. All right. So it's looking us to discover. It says on the bottom here, discover the hard to find blessings. So look for those blessings in your universe. Lift over those nooks and crannies in your life to see those hard to find blessings. All right. Then we have a whale of a time. So, all right. So sit around and read Moby Dick today. And not really, but Viviani, good dawning. Viviani will be live with us next week on Tuesday night with her Akashic readings. All right. Your charge is to enlarge. Here we go. I can read. Your charge is to enlarge. So look for the hidden blessings, and then your charge, your goal, right? You're being charged to enlarge, however that is for you. And all right, and we have the North Star. So flip your inner light switch. So it's asking you to turn on your light. So enlarge your energy. Turning on your light would be enlarging your energy, enlarging. And of course, if you're turning on your energy, right, and you're turning on your light, it's easier to find the blessings in your universe. Ooh, this is a funky card. All right. And all right. I'll hold it sideways, but I'll put it up first. All right. Divine drunkenness. It's actually meant to be looked like that. So you get drunk in the divine. This is a unique card to say the least here. So being drunk in the divine. All right, surrender to your spiritual reverie. So find your spiritual joy, get drunk on source, right? Then it's so today's message, if we'll combine all this together here, is that discover the hard to find blessing in your universe. So if you slow down and maybe if you listen, allow yourself to listen to others as much as you want to speak as well, then you can slow down and find that hard to find blessing. But the blessings are there in your universe. They're there daily. The question is, do we roll right over those blessings and kind of kick past them, or are we slowing down enough? Are we slow enough in our universe to see those blessings? That's the question. A lot of us aren't slow in our universe. We dervish through everything that we're doing, or we're that dervishing energy. So we don't end up seeing those blessings or opportunities. All right. So your charge is to enlarge. So your job is to blow up that energy, get big, stand strong, stand tall, and stand strong. Of course, to do so, you have to flip your inner light switch. So turn on your light. That song there, turn on your love light, right? Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. All right. And then finally, divine drunkenness. Step into source love. get drunk in the love of source. Don't literally get drunk, because then you'll be bringing in the love of jinn, but the djinn. But you don't want to do that. That would be the opposite of source energy, right? Spirits. But either way, spiritual reverie, and so surrender. A lot of this is surrendering, discovering, surrendering, and finding. So can you slow down today to see that? 45. I'm guessing an age, but I don't know. You only see a number there. But all right. So how is everybody's universe? Let's see what we got going on today. All right, let's put these back in the box and see what we've got. Hi, thank you, Millie. Numbers on cards. Oh yeah, you know what? You're right. I never really do the numbers on the cards. But they're shoved back in the deck. I could actually try to find them. But you are correct. Oh, the 45. The 19. I did find the cards actually. 19, and yeah, you know what? You are correct. And sorry, I didn't even recognize. I never even think about the numbers on the cards themselves. But everything is, yeah, even the numbers would speak as well. So 45. It's okay. I put them in the chat. Oh, you did. Thank you. Then let's see if we can find them. 25. I'm a 25. All right. So we have a 25, 19, and a 45. I knew that much. 1 and 9 is a cycle change, a change for you. 4 and 5. 4 would be the angels. 5 is a change as well. So lots of change. And but that's what I'm seeing in my universe, ever so slowly, right? And it's not always fast, but it does happen. It's not going to happen in some aspect, but the outside universe is slowly, gratefully. I'm not trying to make it any slower than it seems to have been, but it is changing to match the inside. But so yeah, if you see a 9 or a 5 next to anything, there we have 16 in the chat. So 1 and 6. The 1 would be you, and then 6 is love, generally speaking. So all right, chat. Oh, messages. There we go. All right. Sarah Moonstone Mystic. I haven't had much change lately, but maybe I need it. I was given 444. 444 means the angels have your back there, Karen. So if you see 444 in a dream or just in general, like if you're getting ready to go in to a doctor's appointment or maybe a job interview or some big meeting or something, and you see 444, that means the angels have your back. They're right there with you, and they're supporting you in whatever it is, whatever endeavor it is that you are stepping into. Fatima, good dawning. Check out Fatima and John up in Toronto. And mine and Neil's life oath number is 6 for both of us. Well, right. We all know about 666, right? And that's the 666. We're not going to go there, but that number was actually co-opted, right? Because the dark has to co-opt the light, right? So if you take 666, which is actually the universal number of love, it was inverted by the dark to be the universal number of darkness, of hate, what have you. Evil, right? Which, but nonetheless, yeah, so never run from a 666. Are you kidding me, Lindsay? That's crazy. I dreamed of a small white swan in, a swan in, Let me see on the ground on that. If anybody has any ideas or wants to look up swans in a dream for Henny, that would be blessed. If Millie, if you're able to, or anybody can look up swans in a dream. That is blessed. Yeah, the only thing I can think of, if it was a baby swan rebirth, something new, you're holding something new, you're looking to hold new as well. Swinging Tarot Stash, good dawning, welcome. Nice to see you as well in the chat. It's blessed. All right, so welcome to Tarot Stash here. And yeah, so all right, let's do some grounding here. And today is Thor's Day, so you know who Thor was, but Thursday by our standards, but the Romans called it Thor's Day. So Thor gets his own day, and we swing a big hammer here. So let's ground into and then recall the energies of times we swung our hammer a little too hard, right? Thor has a hammer, right? And Thor swings his hammer and slams it on the ground, right, and creates a lot of ruckus. Where are times where we swung our hammer a little too hard? We created ruckus. We may have overstepped our energies into other universes where we wielded Thor's hammer a little too hard, right? The hammer, we don't really have Thor's hammer, but we have our voice, we have our energy. We could stomp around. We could break something, whatever it is in our universe. Yes. From your end, what is it that you're carrying around? And all these fragments and things that we're pulling back into ourselves are energy fragments that are still in our frame. If you've done something and you have not cleared it, whatever it is, it's still technically in your frame, and it could easily be affecting your vibration. So your highest vibration may not actually be your highest vibration if you're still carrying the remnants of beating somebody up or breaking somebody or stealing something from somebody. Those are all things that have lowered your auric field, right? And so what we're doing here when we're recalling all these energies and whatnot is really trying to make balance in our auric field to recognize, yes, we've done these things, and to release those energies because that's not who we are anymore, and to release what we've done as well into the greater source field, to just let it go and to step into that cleaner, clearer energy. That's why we're really doing these things. Bunny Binsky, I was on a road trip back in January, and my mileage in the AM was 111,444. Wow, the angels are all over your back there. Then later in the day, I checked, and there was 1.1 minute and 44 miles left on my journey. Took a picture. Yeah, so with an absolute, Bonnie, I will tell you that the angels were in the car with you, driving along, telling you that you are definitely protected, loved, and you are safe. The 444 means, if you ever see 444, especially if you're driving, doing something, getting ready to do something, the angels have your back. Guarantee it. And if you ground into it, yeah, then they're walking with you at that moment. So, but yeah, if you look up 444. On Joanne's Sacred Scribes, if you ever see numbers like that, like the 4443, and you're not looking them up, then you're missing the communication, right? You're missing that communication from your angels of what they're trying to tell you. So if you ever see a license plate, out here in Colorado, I use a lot of license plates for communication from my guides. And so if you see numbers and whatnot, and you're like, whoa, wait a minute, something's up. Or if you remember the Which Door Monty video that I made, where it was like a 222 and a 333 and a 444 and a 666 parked right next to each other, and a 777. Literally parked all right next to each other. It's like, which door, Monty? So your universe is definitely screaming at you. There's only so many ways it can talk to you, per se, in the physical. So, I mean, birds, what have you, people, songs, TV, if you watch TV, or YouTube. If you turn on YouTube the moment you turn on YouTube and hit play on a video that might be live and you hear something crazy, that might be exactly what you want to hear. Yeah, so it's all living and it's all coming at you. So let's cut some cords here that for things that times we overswung Thor's hammer in our universe. So yeah, thank you for that. 444 111444 is an amazing thing to see in a car. Your universe definitely. Just keep putting in the oil, and your universe has definitely got you and your car there for sure. Blessed. But yeah, so from your end there, we're going to do some breath work. We'll take a couple of breaths. We'll center in, and then we'll do an invocation to cut some cords from times we might have swung Thor's hammer, the proverbial Thor's hammer, not technically, in our universe a little too loud, right? Where we might have energetically crushed somebody, or we said something that was devastating, and then we never went back and apologized, but we realize it, and it may be sitting in our frame, right? Whatever that is for you when we do this invocation here. So, all right, so take a deep breath. If you want to join me, please take a deep breath in and breathe in. As we breathe out, we're going to breathe out anything that regrets, right? Anything that we might regret in our universe. Regrets come in layers and levels, and so whatever the instant you start breathing out, you will probably feel some sort of regret that you might have in your universe. And the regret doesn't have to be anything crazy. It could just be, ooh, I didn't leave a tip at I went to wherever and I forgot to leave a buck in the box. There's no regret, but even as simple as that, it's like, ooh, that's just not energetically who I am, right? Whatever it is for you, right? So take a deep breath in. And of course, when we breathe in, we want to breathe in all awesome possibilities. As we breathe out, anything that's leaving us with regret, right? Anything we might regret we didn't do or could have done or could have said. And yeah, so take a deep breath in and breathe out all your regrets, right? And even if you don't say you don't have any regrets, like you clear them, you'll find something. Everyone still has hidden regrets. Breathe in and breathe out. And one more breath. And breathe out. All right, so from our end here, if you want to follow along or not, that's certainly fine. You can just listen. But I recall all the energies, all the times, and all the space that I may have swung Thor's proverbial hammer a little hard in others' universes. I recall all the energy, all the space, all the times where I may have said things that I now regret or wish to have taken back, to have cleared, that may have been a little strong. I recall all the space and all the times where I might have acted in an irrational manner. I recall and take back all the space and all the time that I may have acted physically in a manner that was not appropriate. And I recall all the energy, all the space, and all the time where I did not give respect or stand in frame with others, where I egotistically, physically, or emotionally overstepped my boundaries into their universe, where I swung Thor's proverbial hammer too hard. I recall those energies. I send back love. I wash those energies in the violet flame, and we send love and healing to those we have swung Thor's hammer, proverbially, Thor's proverbial hammer, a little hard into somebody else's universe. All right, so where have you swung Thor's hammer a little hard there? And we recall those energies for you. All right, Doreen from the Children's School of Yoga released a Pisces video. Oh, wow, check that out. Here, I will. Check that out for sure. So Doreen, awesome. Doreen does, as every time the seasons, the astrological chart will change or get close to changing. Doreen will do yoga. At least it seems that way. She has been doing yoga for that specific sign and working with crystals and whatnot. And so, yeah, if you haven't checked out Doreen in the Children's School of Yoga, check it out. If you're in South Carolina, anywhere near her, you could check it out directly as well. I think she's near Fayetteville, but I'm not exactly sure. But yeah, Doreen's got great energy. She's an amazing soul. So we're gonna channel, and so we're gonna bring somebody in to discuss channel. I think we're gonna talk about Thor's hammer again. I'm not really sure, but sometimes it's easy to tell what we're gonna channel, and sometimes it's not. And so let's see what we've got. And all right, if you've not seen me before, I'm kind of clearing some energy. If you've not seen me before, no, there's 12 in the chat now, thankfully. Although, who knows? The number is up and down, and you never really know. But I never know. I've learned not to trust it. The YouTube numbers are not actually correct. If you like the Millie's latest short, it has no views, right? I viewed it, so that's a lie right there. The numbers, any number that you ever, for those of you guys who are looking to, like Lindsay, Millie, anybody who's ever wanting to do YouTube, Victor knows, the numbers that you see on YouTube are not the real numbers. If it says I have 130 views, that may or may not actually really be the case. So keep that in mind. You truly don't ever really absolutely know your analytics on YouTube, because YouTube is YouTube. And until we get over 1,000, which we will, and I'm gonna guess would probably be April, May, June. Until we get over 1,000, we're in a different algorithm, and we get different analytics and everything. Once you get over 1,000, YouTube sees you as more of a serious channel than somebody who's just like farting around. And so in that aspect, they put you in a different algorithm. You get a different email. You can talk to more people at YouTube. They see you as a little more serious, I guess. I have no idea, instead of just like a hobbyist or what have you. I don't know. But either way, yeah. So never trust the numbers. If you guys are building a YouTube channel, never trust the numbers. It says 11 here. It could be 15. It could be 5. And as it goes up and down, who really knows? So, I mean, right. and then YouTube's proven 1,000 times over, and there's probably 1,000 videos out there that'll tell you that the algorithm is, YouTube's never trust the number. You just can't. So, yeah, so if you guys have not seen me channel before, if you're new here, nobody in the chat's new. If you're new on the replay or the rewind here, if you've never seen me channel, I have an open channel, so I do not have to do any toning like Daniel Scranton or Kelly Kolodny of the Archangel Raphael channel. What you do see from me is more like an open channel. So I don't have to like Tara Arnold. She just sits down and starts the channel. So do I. Saint Germain, and if you watch Tara Arnold, she would be like the closest mirror to my channeling at the moment. Saint Germain started with her like 10 years ago, 9 years ago. And so, yeah, same deal here. And so she started out in a park by a lake channeling. If you look at her videos from like go to her videos and go to oldest and spin backwards. Her first video, she's by a lake. And so, yeah, and then hopefully this spring we will get back to the lake as well and do channeling or somewhere and do some channeling outside and move Good Dawning back outside as well 24 minutes ago. All right. So let's, if you're seeing all these numbers, 24. So look up 24 in Joanne's Sacred Scribes. It's like the key, right? It's like having a key to your universe speaking to you if you're utilizing that. All right. So let's see who comes through today. We're going to channel. And so I'm an open channel, so I'll just drop right in, like I said. And so here we go. All right. Saint Germain here. We are grateful. We are channeling through Josh for you to you today. And we are grateful. We say generally the same thing every day. So you know that it is Saint Germain channeling through Josh for you this dawning. We are grateful. Yolanda, we are grateful. Is that good to start off as a YouTube? What is the question? But nonetheless, we are grateful for you. If we get a bigger question there, actually from Ying Juju, is that good Ying Juju, good dawning, welcome. That you are Yolanda for a quick moment, only view there, but we are grateful. Ying Juju just subbed, and we'll check out your resting account. Grateful. We are grateful for anybody who is subbed to this channel, and we are grateful that you are watching. Are you? We are going to discuss what we were discussing earlier. Are you listening to others in your universe, and are you swinging Thought's hammer? That's the question. We're going to add two channelings, right? Two questions. Are you listening to others, or are you just swinging Thor's hammer and allowing dervishing into other universes? That is a question we are going to ask of you today. Are you able to slow down in your universe, first off, and listen to others? If somebody's coming to you with something to say, unless they are just bloviating, right? And then you know if they are bloviating, and then you can tell them, look, I don't have time. But if they are coming with you with something to say, and they are choosing you, it is a responsibility in a way to slow down and give them an attention of your time. Unless your time is at the moment you are going to do something where you cannot give them that attention, it is your responsibility. They are coming to you. If you are acting out of love as source and realizing that we are a web of humanity, right? We all speak to each other. We all help each other. We all lift each other up. So if somebody's coming to you and asking for advice or asking for help, are you slowing down and giving them the respect that they deserve? Are you seeing that the mirror of you and they are coming to you? They are respecting you and asking for your help, your advice, your guidance, right? Or maybe they just want to chat, right? Either way, in your universe, then, are you honoring that? Are you karmically running away? Are you being karmic about that, or angry or frustrated? Realize that if somebody wants to talk with you, right? If you are talking with somebody else, it is the respect, right? That mutual respect that you have between each other in communication, right? It is sauce, talking to sauce, but you are usually talking about what is going on in the 3D, right? But nonetheless, can you ground into that? Can you slow down and work with yourself, right? Because really, when you are talking to somebody else, you are mirroring a conversation with yourself, if you can see that, right? And do you realize, of course, as well, if you are conversing with somebody, now, not if you are standing at the water cooler and Fran is being karmic about her children or something and yelling about how her children are tearing up her house or whatever. You don't have to, nobody has to take that conversation. You do not have to take that. We are saying if somebody is karmically or energetically dumping on you, right? my universe sucks and this and that, and this is happening to me, and ooh, and you are just standing there being the sounding board, right? Absorbing that energy, right? You are not responsible to that. You could say, sorry, I have better things to do than to hear you complain about your universe. If you want to talk constructively about your universe, I am here for you. Nobody has to take that. But if they want to talk constructively, right? They want to sit down, maybe they have questions. You are a good parent. Why? How do you not blow up on your children? You are seeing they are respecting you. They are looking at you then for guidance. They are seeing your vibration in a certain situation and are asking, how do you maintain that? How do you do that? They are seeing your universe. It is up to you then to ground into that, right? To be grateful or not, that is up to you. But if somebody is asking you for advice, somebody is asking you for help, somebody is looking into your universe and saying, I don't understand. How do you do that? What are you doing? You are being complimented. Are you seeing that? You are being raised up and you are being seen in your universe, right? So keep all of that in mind. That when you are, like if you are at work and somebody comes up to you and says, how do you do this? That means they respect the fact and they honor that you know how to do whatever it is, right? The task that you are needing. They honor that. They see you as somebody who might even be helpful in their universe. They see your energies as loving and helpful, right? They're not going up to somebody who would be karmic and be like, well, if you don't know it, then you don't know your job. Tough shit, right? We are not talking about that. We are talking about you are sitting at your desk. Somebody comes up and says, you write lovely TPS reports. Can you help me with mine? I am doing this wrong and I keep getting yelled at by Bob. In your universe, then you are the one having somebody come to you and say your TPS reports are lovely, right? Then you are being complimented. You are being given an energetic lift. And if you are going to be like, well, all right, I will help you. What is your problem? Then you are being karmic about somebody who is respecting you. Are you seeing that? Are you seeing how you play in energies and how sometimes when people are reaching out to your energy, we react karmically when we are just being loved, right? Or we are being respected, or we are being asked a question based on our field maybe of expertise, right? So it is up to you how you choose to respond. But in your loving, living universe, the question we have for you today is, are you, if you are asking somebody for help, then how are you seeing them? You are obviously seeing them as somebody who has understanding, somebody who can vibrate with you to give you the answer, right? You are not going to go to Bob, right? And be like, I'm messing up my TPS reports. Bob would just yell at you, right? We have had enough conversation about Bob to understand that he would be angry. But if you go to Fran when she is working, right? Not at the water cooler, and she is the greatest with the TPS reports. No, if Fran is great, she will sit down, have a seat. I will show you how I do my TPS reports to make Bob a happy man, right? So that is what we are talking about here. It's being that kindness. We all have to get along, right? We all have to take care of each other. And if you are being karmic to somebody who is asking for your help, you are not allowing others to help you, right? When you are in need of help, then you are missing the web of humanity. You are missing that web of life, and you are missing the opportunities in your universe to give others the space to be source, right? To step up and to be helpful as well, right? We are here to help each other in every way possible, in lots of millions of different ways, right? We are helping each other all the time. So if you are being asked to be helpful in your universe as source, try not to be karmic about it. There's nothing greater than really if you are being asked for help, then somebody is reaching out to you. They are first off seeing you in a light, a brighter light. You are being respected. You are being approached to help somebody else. Are you understanding what a responsibility that is? How awesome that is. And for somebody to say, I will place my universe to the left and I can help you with your universe because I see the divine in you is an amazing deal. And if you are able to see that, you can spread the love, right? You can spread the help around, right? How often are you standing in the grocery store when you see somebody nice and short, like Millie, what have you, or Karen, right? Somebody who is 5 foot, 5'3", 5'2", right? And they cannot reach the top shelf, but you are 6 feet, right? So if you are like Big Dad, who is standing tall, right, at 6+ feet, right? It is his job then to help those in the grocery store reach the items on the top aisle. Some of you have the gifts, right? So if you are standing in the grocery store like Big Dad, and there's somebody there who is 4'5", right? And they can only reach the middle shelf, but Big Dad is able to put arms on the top shelf. That is what we are talking about. It's seeing where you can be helpful in your universe as well. Are you holding the door for people? If you are standing there walking into a restaurant, right, and there's somebody behind you with a wheelchair, and there's somebody pushing that wheelchair, are you going to stand there and open the door? Are you going to run in so you can get your name on the list faster than them? That's the question we have for you. Are you able to see into your humanity and not run into the restaurant, right, and put your name on the list first? Haha, I am faster than you. I get my table faster. While they are trying to pull the door open, they are pushing the wheelchair, and there's nobody there to help them, but you are standing there and you let the dog go. That is what we are talking about as well, right? It is about being human as well and seeing this as a larger play, seeing how you are a cog to help everybody else and everybody else helps each other and we keep flowing, right? What if, for example, you in New Jersey went to get gas, right? And nobody was there to pump the gas. It is illegal for you to get out of the car and pump the gas, right? So you would have to stand there. Same difference in a lot of ways, right? Somebody's ignoring your universe. They are the helpful person, right? But they are ignoring your universe. So what do? Do you illegally pump the gas? Well, you in New Jersey, they think it is dangerous to do so. But nonetheless, if you are in California, you pump your own gas, but not in New Jersey. So you have to be waiting for somebody else. Sometimes you are at the mercy of others' kindness in your universe, like pumping gas in New Jersey, which makes no sense. But nonetheless, are you in kindness in your universe with others as well when you are in the inverse situation? If you are sitting at work again and somebody comes to you for advice, are you going to be karmic and be like, you are just bothering me? Are you going to feel the joy of being asked and seen for your skills and helping somebody else? That is the question we want to ask you, because otherwise you are just blowing them off and blowing them up and blowing it off. Why be karmic when somebody is trying to be loving in your universe? If you are out pushing groceries and you see somebody, an elderly woman or an elderly man putting groceries in their car and it is heavy for them, are you going to help? We have to create this web of love in this planet. And are you seeing where you can be of love? We are not saying, for example, you have to buy every Girl Scout cookie as you walk by to be of love, right? But at the same time, if you have $5 in your pocket, you can buy one box and spread a little bit of love, right? That karma will come back to you. You don't even have to eat the Girl Scout cookies, and some of those have forever chemicals in them. But nonetheless, it is up to you what you are choosing to do. You are just donating to help, right? You can give the cookies away. If you are not going to eat them, you can toss your cookies, but donate them somewhere, right? Don't throw them away. But nonetheless, what we are saying is it's about being helpful in the web of life. It is about seeing where you are fitting into that larger puzzle or larger play and how your energy can be helpful to others and how you can stand in your frame, right? And be of love for the larger, greater source field, right? If we all look for opportunities, right, to not swing Thor's hammer, to be of love, and to not be negative in other people's universes as best as possible. Sometimes you are required to put somebody in their place, right? If you have a karmic individual, somebody who's lying about you, somebody who's not being of love, right? Who is not seeing the web of the universe as handoffs of love energies, right? Where I'm helping you and then you are helping me and we are helping each other. And all of this is just a big handoff of love, right? And high-fiving love, right? To each other in actions, right? That's what we are all trying to do. But if you have somebody who is karmic or cutting you off at the grocery store, like, we know that's that energy, right? You have somebody at work who is trying to step on other people's toes to be the better, or brown nosing or what have you. We all know these types of energies, right? Somebody who thinks they are better than or cannot see themselves in the web of humanity as love, but sees themselves above everybody else, right? Or narcissistic even, right? We all understand those energies. It is your responsibility then not to swing Thor's hammer in their face, right? But to maybe mirror to them what they are doing, right? We are to be of love, but we are to be that mirror to show into them how they are breaking the web of love on this planet, right? They are that heavier energy, that broken energy, right? When we are helping each other, you hold the door, you help each other out, right? Maybe you pay somebody's counting change and you pay for their coffee and you pay it forward. These are the things we are talking about here. If you have somebody karmic in the universe who is just swinging a larger stick and breaking down all of those, breaking through, like dervishing through their energies, it is our job then just to love them. But of course, if you have somebody in your universe who is not seeing you as love, but is dervished energy, it's up to you then to put a barrier between them, right? So you have to make that statement to them then that they are dervishing, they are not being of love, and you are not going to take that energy. It's not your responsibility to ground into somebody who's not of love. Not your responsibility to even have to deal with those energetics if you don't, even if they're in your family, right? You can say, look, over there, you're not going to take this. And sometimes you have to leave the situation. But nonetheless, the idea, of course, is that we are all loving. We all help each other. And we see where we can be of kind, loving service to each other. We're not trying to swing Thor's hammer and be this big ego anymore, right? And if you have those people in your universe, just be of love. See yourself as the love that you are. There's not much. Maybe they will turn around, but there's not much you can do other than to step out of those universes, so to speak, right? But nonetheless, we are hoping that you are seeing that this is a web of love, right? And that the only thing we want you to swing is the next love stick, not the Thor's hammer into other universes. We're not asking you to destroy other universes. We are not asking you to karmically step on anybody or energetically blow anybody up. What we are stating is that you are the love that you are looking for in your universe. So put your Thor's hammer away. Sometimes, yes, you do need to squash some egos or whatnot. But you can do that out of love, not swinging Thor's hammer and causing anger, frustration, fear, and pain. You do not want to be that person. It's not the fun energy to be that person when somebody is crying. They look up and say, look, you have created this pain. Now, they have allowed for that, but nonetheless, we can create pain in other people's universes, and that is what we are talking about. Do not swing that stick in a negative manner. Do not look at somebody and be like, when you are standing there at the water cooler with Fran, shut up, Fran, you are always talking about your children. Why don't you go and stick it in the lake, right? Never. We do not want to be that energy. We want to, if worst case, Fran, we love your children, we love you, but you are always talking about your children. Let's have another conversation. We want to find out more about Fran, right? You could just divert the conversation. But if you are going to get angry and are karmic about it, Fran, go jump in the lake. Shut up about your children. We are done with that. Stick your children where the sun doesn't shine, right? We don't want to swing that stick. We don't want to create energies where somebody is going to be, you don't want to be that radiant energy a week from now where somebody is still crying because of what you had done, right? Now they are allowing you to take that power, but nonetheless, think about that day moment. What kind of resonant energy do you want to leave with somebody? When you leave there, like the boat in a wake, right? We all create different energies. We had discussed that before too. When you are leaving a situation, do you want to be remembered as love? Ooh, that was great. He was an amazing soul. Or that was a great conversation. Or, ooh, he helped me out. Or do you want to be like, ooh, that jerk just left. Grateful. Ooh, what did he say that he told me to do? What? You can stick that up as you know what. You know what I'm getting at, right? So Saint Germain, asking you to find the peace, asking you to be the love, asking you not to swing Thor's hammer and create energetics in other people's universes where they will be thinking about it for weeks, where you become the center of their sadness or what have you. That will bring down your auric field and your energies as well. We are grateful. We are Saint Germain. No more Archangel Raphael. He's on his own. We have channeled. When you are out there in your universe today, remember you are love. You are hearing karmic stuff, send it love. You do not have to take it. You can excuse yourself from the conversation. Excuse yourself from the situation. But remember one thing. You are the love you are looking for in your universe. Be that love to other universes and watch your universe expand. Watch your universe grow. You are having situations where it is karmic in your life. Do not spread that to others. Do not bring your negative energies into other people's fields. If you need to discuss something that is negative in your universe, do it from a loving state with them and with their permission first. Releasing transmission. Ooh, all right, so Saint Germain's big one. If you got something negative to say or negative that you need to discuss, just ask somebody. Don't just start karmically dumping on them. Hey, I got something negative happened today. Do you mind if I discuss that with you? If you're the recipient of that, if you're on the other end, like, no, I don't mind at all. You're you're the discussee. Then take that as an opportunity that somebody reached out to you and feels comfortable enough to talk with you about whatever negative is going on in their universe. Don't swing a big stick at them. Don't slap them with Thor's hammer. Be respectful and be honestly. There's a if you can ground into the gratitude that somebody wants to me, you want to talk to me, it changes everything, guys. Yeah, I don't. Grateful. All right, let's work with the calcite. We got this from Chloe's Crystals, and the Chloe will be live probably next week. It's just a matter when her shipment shows up. She's generally got one in the pipeline, like one that she's ordering slowly, and then one that's coming, and when it comes in, she sends the next order. So, like every 2 to 3 weeks, generally speaking, she's getting a new box, so we're going to do a new live. But all right, so orange calcite, this thing is amazing. If you were feeling it right now, I can feel it literally in my root. I could point to where I am feeling it in my root chakra. Also, you can ground into this orange for abundance, right? And as well, let's see here, throat chakra. Tap this on your, and you feel it, and you like that. You ever take your crystals seriously and lay them like on a grid line? Move a crystal down your chakra line, right? So like lay down, or you can just go like bonk, 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 like crown chakra. Ooh, that'll work too. You can feel this on your crown chakra. But if you ever put your crystals on your chakras there, you might be surprised. Interesting things could happen if you put an amethyst like on your third eye. Well, this one doesn't do much for the third eye at all, but in crown chakra, you can feel it, right? So you can feel these things if you're anywhere energetic, right? And yeah, you can feel it in your throat chakra for sure. So the crystals, if they're if you're anywhere activated, will activate its specific chakras, right? So if you want to know what chakra your crystal's really working at, it may say this, that, or the other in the crystal book or on Google or what have you. But take your crystals, take a couple minutes, and then drop it on your crown chakra and just give it a sec. Now you got to be clear. Make sure you're not in like a negative energetic state or anything. And then drop it on your forehead and your third eye and whatnot, and your heart chakra, and see which chakras start vibrating. And then you can these crystals. I mean, they're your crystals, so they're personalized, right? If the book says one thing, they may actually do. It may work for you in another manner, and a lot of us don't even. I know even myself, up till recently, just went with the book said. But now, yeah, I've taken most of my and played around on my chakras, and so this one will dance around on your crown chakra. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I can physically feel it. There's an energy feeling. It's like once you stick it on your crown chakra. So mess around with your crystals there. Don't and you can use them in a larger manner there. Venus. I've seen you there. Let's get Venus a wrench. Venus. I'm your Venus. I'm your fire. I'm your desire. You have a wrench, Venus. Grateful. Thank you for coming around. Truly appreciate you. Anybody, if you come around, more than like, dude, I will give you a wrench. We're all family here, and I do not discriminate. And I'm grateful for all of you, every last one of you, to be here. Even what was it? The other Tarot Destroyer the other day. If we weren't anything exciting, then Tarot Destroyer wouldn't show up in Laura's lives either. So even that, if you get heckled by a YouTuber, if you're doing YouTube and you get heckled by somebody, that means that you're making an impact, and you've hit them where in the proverbial fear, right? You have to have something to be attacked. So there we go. All right, let's see. Karen, I had a boyfriend who was 6'1", and that was tall. I dated a short guy later years. So much more comfortable to date. Yeah, so maybe you ladies can explain this then, Karen. Why is it that a lot of women, and I know maybe for security reasons, who are like 5'2", 5'3", literally will only, like, their barrier is 6 foot, 6'2". I know somebody who was 5'3", and she's like, if they're not 6'5", I ain't touching them. I'm like, what? So yeah, maybe you guys can explain why the shorter they are, and is it an overcompensation thing that All right, I'm 5'1", so I only date people who are 6'1" or taller. And it's like, what? So you're going to eliminate, and because I've run into that in my universe, not that height matters, but I've literally run into talking to somebody who was 5'2" years ago, and she's like, no, I only date somebody who's like 6'5". I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, I won't even talk to people who are under 6'5". And it's like, what the hell? So can you answer that? Maybe you guys can answer that mystery of the universe. Why it seems like the shorter they are in some odd aspect, the tall. I mean, is it a compensation? Maybe their parents were short and they didn't feel secure. I have no. Dad was short. I have no idea. No, yeah, Suzette, you're tall. You're tall, but it's these. You're not Smurfette, like Smurfettes, not Suzettes, but Smurfettes. Right. It's like they gotta need somebody the size of Gargamel. I've never been like that about height. It's all. I'm 5'1", and I've never said that. Cool. All right. So thank you, Carrie. I appreciate that. But yeah, no, I know it's weird, right? But yeah, it seems to be that way. At least, especially out here in Colorado, you see people, couples, and it's like that, and it's like, whoa, hi, here's my boyfriend. And it's like, whoa, wait a minute, all right, but yeah, I don't know. What was his cat named as? Yes, his cat was named Azrael, exactly. But yeah, it's like being like Smurfette dating Gargamel. Not that Gargamel created Smurfette theoretically, but the world's great. Maybe maybe I never thought about that. Maybe Gargamel is supposed to represent the Anunnaki, right? Who knows? But because he created Smurfette, but how could he get the DNA to create Smurfette if he hadn't? Weird. All right, but my dad was 5'1". Yeah, a lot of that is a dad issues. I do know that. Venus, if your dad is, this is an interesting conversation. If your dad is tall, right? So if your dad is tall, then in general you're going to be attracted to a tall guy. And if your dad is short, but he had no energy, then you're still going to want a tall guy to overcompensate from your short dad. But if your dad was short and you loved him, then you may want a short guy because you love your dad, and you associate short and your dad in love. But if you did not get along with your dad, then you're going to want a tall guy to kick the karma from your dad who might be short. But hey, smurfing, good time today. I'm 5'2", and in high school, I dated someone 6'2", and a tall friend jokingly said, why can't you short people save the tall guys for us? Oh, nice. Love it. Love it. I never looked at height, but it just worked out that way. I've never met short guys. Well, 5'3.5", but nonetheless. All right. So let's work with the orange calcite. Craziness. But yeah, I don't understand. I mean, we'll do more of this kind of stuff too on the show. But yeah, I don't understand why that is. Even height will actually, and I've read this, height will actually supersede economics for a relationship. If the woman has a job, any job whatsoever, even if it's minimum wage, that will supersede the man making money over height. Height comes first, and I don't understand that. In the hierarchy, Maslow's hierarchy of needs, height doesn't fit anywhere in there. But nonetheless, height comes, generally speaking, as like the number one thing. Weird, but yeah. All right, and here's your goof for the day. Anytime you ride an elevator today, stand backwards and look at somebody's foot. Watch what happens. Just face everybody in the elevator and look down at their feet. Have a good day. Watch what happens on that one. All right. So yes, next time you are in an elevator, do not ride normal. Face the people in the elevator. Look down at their feet. You can even start humming. Could be interesting. Watch what happens. Yeah. All right. Let's work with the orange calcite, right? Yeah, you want to see people flee an elevator. You don't have to do anything crazy. Just face backwards, and you will see them. A lot of people will get uncomfortable for no reason. Even if you say hello, especially if you start saying, hi, how are you? And start talking to them, they will push the next button and jump off the elevator. People are interesting. All right. Let's work with the orange calcite. Your permission is by staying here is your permission. So if you're here, grateful. And if you want to jump off, understandable. We don't do energetics. If you watch the last Elizabeth April there that we talked about yesterday, we don't do energetics without anybody's permission. We don't want to leave things open, and we don't create portals for you or anything else. Be careful in your universe as well. If you say, I wish, or I damn, or I see you, you are creating an energetic portal, as words are spells. So if you say to somebody, damn you, you just damn them. Or I see you in hell, you just send them to hell. Right? I see you with this. You are creating an energetic portal. You are creating a spell. You are casting to them. So be careful what we say and what we do. We didn't mention that yesterday. The other day when words are spells, But yeah, don't damn people to anything at all. You're sending them, I love you. You're sending them love. You're rising them up. But if you're like, ooh, mother effing, boom, throw their energy. But keep in mind, energetics have a return. So everything's like an infinity symbol, right? So what you send out is to come back. So if you're not sending out love, then you're going to get an energetic return of Thor's hammer in your universe. Nobody wants that. So you get that karmic return. You realize you said something, and then all of a sudden you get something that kicks you in the teeth. Energetically, that's a karmic return to you. I mean, we're not really dealing with karma as a deeper sense on this planet anymore, but it's all about energetic return anyway. So whatever you're putting out has to have a bounce back of some sort. So, all right, orange calcite. Here we go. All right. Safety thing, that's most likely the case there. Bonnie and Angela, that's what I've understood. That a lot of women actually don't feel safe. And it's a physical thing, and it goes back to caveman days. Unless the guy is more stronger, generally, sometimes more financially stronger, but that's changed, but more stronger and physically more prowess, has more prowess, I guess. Somebody who can like over, like that kind of. My recent ex, though, he was tall and not protective at all. Yeah, that didn't work out protection-wise. I took care of myself. Well, yeah. We know Lindsay's energy. She's taken. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me, Lindsay, because you're in that space where you're taking care of yourself now. Favor. All right, so this is orange calcite. It can help with abundance. You will feel this in your crown chakra if it's anywhere awake. You'll definitely, because even your crown chakra may not be awake, but your root chakra, you can feel things either way. So you may not be able to feel into your crown chakra. Most of you here probably can, but you definitely should be able to feel into your root chakras for sure. So from your end, then all of you guys should be feeling this in some aspect, I would imagine, in your root and sacral chakras. And you may feel it in your crown chakra. Orange calcite is good for abundance, good for clearing. And orange is an abundance color. It's not going to bring abundance. It's not like using emeralds or anything, but which would be the most abundant, like an emerald. If you have an emerald, treat it like you have money. Look at it like it's a money magnet. That's what I do with that emerald tower from Chloe. I put a $20 bill underneath it to let it bring in more abundance. Oh my God. All right, we're going to close this off here in a minute. All right, eventually we need to figure out a way to get music here again. So here we go. A little Burt Bacharach. Do 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 la 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 la. All right, we'll close this out here. We're going to close out with the girl from Ipanema. Yes, it's an easy elevator song. I don't know. We could do riding that train. It doesn't fit like high on cocaine. You see, it doesn't work. We could do the roundabout. The roundabout. But that with me, it doesn't work either. So we don't want to do Highway to Hell or anything. So Flintstones, meet the Flintstones, right? I don't know. All right, guys, let's close this out. Seal her up. Zoop. That's what we're talking about. Elizabeth April was talking about how somebody can do something like this and you don't seal it up. You leave all this wide-ass open energy. So we're sealing up So that's where if you watch Elizabeth April's video where she had to get up in the middle of a conference, and they're like, all right, we're sealing this portal up. Whoever just left it open there, basically. Thank you. So yeah, if you open up portals, if you do energy work of any sort, it is your responsibility, requirement, required by law for you to close the portal, for you to seal the energetic, whatever you're doing, and to clean it up. Done, closed, sealed. If you do not do that, you are doing a disfortune for those you are energetically working on. If I left this open, then I left an open energetic portal. Granted, it's with orange citrine calcite, but still, with the citrine. But you do not want to do that with orange calcite. It's calcite, not citrine. Easy to mix them up. So yeah, do not, please. Yeah. There's going to be a lot of you guys. We're going to start to do these things on your own, which is great. Close, seal off, close, and complete whatever you do when you open it up. Please and God bless. Thank you. And if you are watching somebody who does not close something off, close it off yourself. So if you're watching a YouTube video and they're doing energetics and then it just ends, or they walk away and they don't close it or seal it, you need to seal it yourself. I seal this off, I close it off, I step away from it, I slam the door, whatever it is, energetically, because you do not want to leave that open. If somebody's opening a portal or doing channeling, not like channeling like I do, but like mediumship or light language, right? And they're bringing in light language from the Arcturians or whatever, and they don't close that off, then that's open. And then any Arcturian, theoretically, if you are part of that channel, theoretically, we're not stating it's an absolute or anything, nothing's up, could climb through that portal, right? And into your universe. So you need to close yourself off if you are subjected to somebody else's portal and they walk away from their video or what have you. So seal it and ground it in. Exactly, Angela. So yeah, you are your own Ziploc sealing bag, so to speak. If you don't see it in the universe, you ever go to a convention, a conference, and somebody's like, all right, let's do an invocation, and they don't close it out, hallelujah, whatever it is, right? You close it out on your own, or make sure your friends close it out too. Otherwise, you are leaving yourselves open for all that flowing, or not flowing energies, so to speak. And we're going to see more of that as lots of YouTube channels pop up. People start doing things, and let's ground in the grass on YouTube, and Om, and then they don't close it off until you're left with this open portal. So yeah, learn discretion in what you watch for one, but really it's sealing all of that off, closing it down. Not in my, even just the intention of, all right, you're talking about not in my universe, sealed, or in my universe, open and sealed, whatever it is. But yeah, you are responsible for keeping your energetics up and clean and safe. So if you're, be careful in that aspect. Definitely, yes. So many people play with spirit boxes and leave them open, right? Or how many people play with spirit boxes and walk away with it on? Oh my God. I won't watch anybody with the spirit box either, Millie. Arwayne Steiger was using them for a while there, and he never closed it off. He would just put it away. And he's like, all right, I'm closing off the portal or the room to spirits, or if you're in here, I'm not communicating with you, something. And there was never anything. And then we'd realize the next day, my computer doesn't work, or I can't get on Zoom. I wonder why. So yeah, you start doing these things and you don't close it off, then you PG favor. Let's send PG some favor to his email there, but hopefully he wasn't messing with it. But yeah, that's the dangerous part about all that. Dora, good dawning. All right. Dora as well has been around. So this is great because I can now do all these things here. Standard. All right, Dora, you have a wrench as well. Welcome to you're not part of the family, but now, here we go. I always feel better when I can, if I've seen you twice and you don't have a wrench, I kind of feel bad. It's like, wait, you're part of the family and you need a wrench. We don't discriminate. Nobody has like, I got the power. We don't have any He-Mans or She-Ras in the chat there to be like stomping anybody out. We're all equally loved here. So oh gosh, a Ouija. We don't mess choking on the word Ouija, right? We don't mess with the Ouija boards. Here's the last time I messed with an Ouija board, and then we will close this out. I was 13, and it was me and my stepbrother Jeremy. We're in Cincinnati, Ohio, right? On East Lawn Drive, where I used to live. And case somebody specific is watching. And so we're sitting there in the living room, and we grabbed the original 1960 something William Frood. That's the guy who, right? If you've got a Ouija board, it says William Frood on there. And so we grabbed the Ouija board with the plastic heart and the nail through the little hole in the center there. And we started messing around with the Ouija board. And got a phone call about 3 minutes into messing around with the Ouija board after it said death and die and all this craziness. I answered the phone, and it was somebody on the other side who said, I said, hello, and they said, hi. And I said, who is this? And I was like 13, right? The princess phone. Remember those, right? The phone was on lease from AT&T, but nonetheless. So I picked up the phone, and they said, oh, we're the people who are going to come over and kill you. I went, okay, thank you. I hung up the phone. Me and my stepbrother Jeremy left, went to my friend Clay's, and I promptly broke the Ouija board over my leg. That was it. No Ouija board. I broke it in half. It was wood. Then. And never used an Ouija board again. So yeah, and we went to my friend Clay's and never heard anything. But yeah, literally, I'm like 5 minutes into the Ouija board and the phone rings. And it's like, oh, we're the people who are going to come over and kill you. I was like, what the hell? Drunk. Yeah, so we don't mess with the Ouija boards because there's pendulums at work. I will show a pendulum every now and again to somebody how they work. But again, when you're messing with pendulums as well, keep in mind, unless you know who's behind it, it's an open portal for an open spirit. Unless you are asking for somebody specific, you don't know who's messing with the pendulum. Who is moving the pendulum is really anybody's guess in a lot of cases, like an Ouija board. Who's on the other side? So I don't generally mess with the pendulums unless there's like kids back there trying to get it to work, and then I'll show them that the pendulums do work. I'm very instant with the pendulum. But again, you don't know the spirit, so you better call in Michael or Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael for protection and clearing when you are done, and then use your violet flame in case there's somebody that's leeching your energy. Because you don't know when you pick up a pendulum what's going to happen. Or in a Ouija board for that matter, which is kind of the same deal. Pendulums are usually lighter energy. You're going to bring in positive generally, but a Ouija board is designed to bring in darker energies. I don't know if we believe in hell or not, but it's definitely, there are vibrations out there that we don't want to be messing with. And the Ouija board will bring those into your field. And if you're not prepared, watch the shysta in your universe go backwards and forward. Watch your universe start doing tumbles if you start messing with an Ouija board. Favor. If you start messing with a pendulum, but you know what you're dealing with, you're fine. But if you don't, same general difference there. So be careful. Before you ever mess with I would do a positive invocation if you were going to mess with a pendulum, for sure. I slam doors when I'm mad. Very sad. Oh, yes. Slamming the phone down. We can't slam the phone anymore. You have to that doesn't work. Yeah, I mean, do you remember the old phone? I miss the old phones. I want the old kitchen phone. Yeah, well, screw you. Bam, right? And you slam the phone. That always felt good. I agree. But now it's just like, oh yeah, boom. There's no satisfaction in that. All right, let's close this out, guys. Thank you all so much for being here. I'm never not grateful to see you in the chat, and I love each and every one of you, and am grateful to see all of you here. Tonight, 9:45, join us with Victor. Tonight is Rooted Willow is live at 8 p.m. Not 8 a.m. 8 p.m. Eastern time. Tonight would be Rooted Willow. I know Willow, and after Rooted Willow, I think myself, Millie, and her will be practicing Akashic and getting together the list, the emails and such, and working on that. So we will be moving forward with that project. So keep your eyes open to your inbox. I'll let you know when the emails have gone the day of or when they go out. But it won't be too long. And we just need to make sure that we can do that, do Akashic practice on you without stumbling our energies, because it doesn't work. You got to be solid in your frame. That's why we're practicing with ourselves. We don't have to be as solid until we can figure it out. All right, guys, so let's close this out. Left arm up on shoulders to your person to your left, right arm up to person on your right, and of course, circle the love around. Yeah, I missed a kitchen phone with a 50-foot cord that you could drag around the house. Seriously, I mean, this is great. It allows me to do. Remember watching Back to the Future, right? And he's like, "Wow, whole videos." And he's got the JVC VHS cam or beta cam, and now it's like we have everything right here, but I still miss the kitchen phone, right? And I have a whole television studio right here, satellite and all, right? Crazy to think about this. 20 years ago, just in order to do this, we'd have to have a satellite truck, a dedicated channel of some sort. We'd have to buy satellite time just to do this, right? Speaking of satellite time, anybody seen Zane? But yeah, so favor. We don't need a satellite truck or buying airtime or anything else. This would have been like a $10,000 project just for this show. All right, so let's close up with with our bring in some love. Group hug. All right, so lean forward, take a deep breath in, and release. All right. We send the love to each other. We send the love clockwise around to each other through our left hand and into our right. And we feel that love circling around the group. All right, we send love to everybody and send healing to those who need it. We send healing to Rick. We send love and healing to Suzette and her mom. We see Suzette sleeping through the night and her mom not turning off the heat. And we see Suzette walking out of the house, getting in the car and driving away as her mother has 72 hours of respite care. We are manifesting some respite care for Suzette and her mom. Exactly. We're seeing Lindsay in the greatest living situation ever with a full pantry and secure walls. We're seeing Henny getting out and running a marathon. And we're seeing all of those out there who are having any sort of physical ailments, any sort of physical issues whatsoever, in the healthiest physical body they have ever been in. We see everybody wrapped in a golden shower of golden light. We see everybody wrapped in the violet flame in their healingest and their highest, healthiest love. We see those out there in the greater source field who have housing insecurities with 4 solid walls around them. We see those reaching into their pantries with nothing, with full pantries, with full food in their fridge and freezer. We see those out there with no access to clean water, with clean, high vibrational water. And we see those out there without any hugs and love in their universe, receiving those hugs and love. We see all the armies of the world putting down their weapons and reaching to shake the hands of those they would have otherwise not even known, but shot to death. We see the governments of the world dismantling their armies, apologizing for using citizens as pawns in their games. And we see the world aligning itself in love and peace. We see Mother Nature healing. We see no forever chemicals or plastics in our air, land, sea, and water. We see Mother Gaia and the animals at peace and love. And we see all those species out there with dwindling numbers returning to planet Earth with higher numbers in love. May all of you out there today who are find the peace, the joy, and the unity in your universe. And with that, we say hallelujah. And so it is, and close it out. All right, guys. Viviani is live now. I don't know if Krista's going live at noon. She had mentioned it yesterday that she'd be going live again at the top of the hour. Yeah, I know Viviani's live. And she'll be live with us next week. Laura will be live on Monday. It's only once a month that Laura's live with us on Monday. And so the only day Viviani can come on is a Tuesday. So Monday at 3 o'clock Eastern time, we will have Laura B. Tuesday night, we will have Viviani, unless I'm thinking maybe we combine the two. Maybe. Let's see what we get going here, but maybe we'll combine the two. Either way, guys, grateful, thankful, and blessed for each and every one of you, as always. And I will see you tomorrow in the dawning. Kuan Yin is up. I'm just flipping between Kuan Yin and Isis based on time. So whatever message comes through is the one that we need for the day. Check out Lucky Stone. He's been working with his amazing Follow Me cam or Follow Me drone. And standing there in the winter, it's quite a scene, actually, when he lifts off and you see all the white and the snow. Yeah, so check that out. It's visually, it's really stunning to watch. And so today I'm supposed to DoorDash, but we'll see with the 4 inches of fast-moving, heavy snow we're going to get in one fell swoop over like 4 hours today. So, yes. All right, guys, I love you. Remember, everything you do creates your loving, living universe. If you're still in your dark night of the soul, as you release your darkness to your highest self, you don't need it anymore. Release it. To your highest self, you start to spread your cells start to spread out. You bring in more light, making it easier for you to create, vibrate into light, and create your loving, living universe. Stay awesome, guys, because you are. I will see each and every one of you later today. I'm probably sure in the next. But yeah, stay awesome because you are. Love you. Thank you all for being here. Have a day that's as amazing as you are.